Hello, welcome. So today I will be discussing about where the stock market is going. Will it burst like bubble burst, as same as the dot-com era bubble? For example, why I'm telling you is US Buffett Indicator. Whoever is familiar with that, you know that 100% Buffett Indicator is the situation when the stock market is in balance. Okay, so for example, this situation is ideal. Like at this point stock market is in balance, at this point, but when the Buffett indicator hits high, for example in the dot-com era, it has hit how much? It has hit 150, around 150, right? So it was as high as around 150, less than 150. But what happened was, in that time, the stock market became like dilapidated, like it became completely destroyed. Whoever knows about dot-com bubble, you know that now Buffett indicator is even much higher. It is 208.06%. How insane, right? It means that stock market is way overpriced. And in the dot-com bubble era, the stock market fell about 75%. Okay, I will show you the graph. And now the stock market is again in such a dangerous position where people are only buying stock without knowing what's going on. They are only buying and buying, but they do not understand that manufacturing sector is taking a lot of hit. Inflation is going to be much higher. Inflation data is coming red hot, and it will come much more higher in the coming days because tariff will take charge in near future. So, and also the GDP growth rate is falling apart. So when inflation will be much higher in the near future, as it is understood from some indications from the recent inflation data, and also the GDP is not cooperating. GDP rate is falling like rock, and also the manufacturing is taking a hit, and also non-farm payroll is not showing good signs. So overall it's not, and also retail sales are coming like in terrible numbers. So what will happen is really too much dangerous, and some sort of disaster is coming. How I say that is, you see, from dot-com era, what happened was the price went to 4696.69 was the index, Nasdaq. And what happened after 2 years? It came down to 1108. So it became less than one fourth. The market became less than one fourth. Can you imagine? It is like 77% or more decrease of the market. So imagine today the Buffett indicator is even higher, much higher. So what's going on? Like the market is around 21,000. So if it falls like that, the index will come all the way to 5,000 or less. Can you imagine how dangerous the situation is in near future? If the market comes to 5,000, what will happen? Everybody will go to the streets. They will have no hope of no hope of doing the stock market trades anymore. They will be in the streets. So it is a really dangerous position. It is time you take cautious steps so that you do not dangerously get affected by the stock market downward movement. The coming downward movement, like a disaster, is imminent because the Buffett indicator is in too dangerous situation. It is too high that the market is in terrible shape. I believe you will take necessary action so that you live the next days happily, because this is the time you should act. Today is July 15th. You see, July 15th. So this is the time you should take cautious step. Otherwise it will be over. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. This is only I'm only giving you some ideas. This is not an investment recommendation, but it is up to you to decide. You have to judge yourself. You have to take your own decisions. Be very very much cautious about what you are doing in the stock market, because this is Wall Street. Anything can happen anytime. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.